Ivanka goes for gold. First daughter launches charm offensive in South Korea as she leads U.S. delegation for Olympics closing ceremony, after Mike Pence was upstaged by Kim Jong-un's sister. Ivanka Trump arrived in South Korea on Friday where she met President Moon Jae-in for dinner, ahead of a weekend that will be spent cheering on Team USA at the Winter Olympics. The first daughter's arrival in the country is a deliberate riposte to North Korea after Kim Jong-un sent his sister Kim Yo-jong to the opening ceremony of the Winter Games, along with an army of 100 cheerleaders, completely upstaging Vice President Mike Pence in the process. Interestingly, Yo-jong was referred to by many as the Ivanka of North Korea. However, on Thursday Pence blasted her in a scathing attack against her brother, and her country's murderous regime, describing her as the central pillar of the most tyrannical and oppressive regime on the planet. But Ivanka, 36, could meet one of Kim's henchmen on Sunday. She will watch the closing ceremony on Sunday alongside Kim Jong-il, head of North Korea's National Intelligence Bureau. As she arrived, her father, President Donald Trump, tweeted his support of her trip, and praising her as the best, smartest person to represent our country. Moon said he would raise the issue of direct talks between the U.S. and North Korea during his dinner with Ivanka, though officials said it is unlikely that she will meet with the North's delegation this weekend. During the dinner reception, Ivanka mirrored Korean First Lady Kim Jong-suk's outfit by donning all black. She posed next to the presidential couple in a knee-length dress with three-quarter sleeves and a plunging neckline. Kim, meanwhile, donned a similar dress with long sleeves, which she paired with purple pumps. The menu was prepared to meet kosher standards in line with Ivanka's Orthodox Jewish faith. The appetizers were lotus root and pear salad and jujube, a local red date, porridge. Ivanka's entree was grilled soft tofu with special marinade, while the rest of the table had charcoal grilled ribs. Both were served with bibimbap and bean sprout soup, while for dessert there was a trio of flavors of strawberry, followed by sage tea which was served with dried persimmon and deep-fried walnut. In a symbol of American-South Korean relations, red wine was from the Napa Valley, while white was from Cheongbuk Province in South Korea. On Saturday, Ivanka is due to cheer on Team USA on the final day of the competition before leading the U.S. delegation at the closing ceremony on Sunday. However, her presence in the country may in fact highlight the growing tension between many of Team USA's athletes and her father, President Trump. Ivanka has no official meetings scheduled with any of the country's competitors while she is in South Korea, with many of them already publicly stating that they want nothing to do with her father's White House. Figure skater Adam Rippon has previously refused to meet with Vice President Pence, and told Daily Mail.com exclusively earlier this month he would not attend Trump's White House party for Team USA. "I have no desire to go to the White House, but I would like to do something to help my community," Rippon, who has criticized the administration's attitude towards LGBT people, added at the time. The arrival of Ivanka in South Korea has inevitably drawn comparisons to Yo-jong's appearance, which captivated the South Korean media. Ivanka told reporters as she arrived at Incheon Airport that she is very, very excited to attend the 2018 Winter Olympic Games, and cheer for Team USA. He will arrive in the country on Sunday and is due to stay for 3 days afterward, during which he will hold talks with Moon. Moon hopes to make the Olympics an avenue for peace on the divided Korean peninsula. But while the Games appear to have paved a way for possible rapprochement between the Koreas, U.S. and North Korean officials have yet to make direct contact. Moon met Kim Yo-jong, the sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and Kim Yong-nam, North Korea's nominal head of state, a day after the opening ceremony, and urged North Korea to do more to engage in a dialogue with the United States. Relations between the North and the United States hit an all-time low during 2017 after Kim tested a record number of ballistic missiles, including one which can likely range the whole of the United States. Donald Trump repeatedly engaged in a fiery war of words with Kim, at one point bragging that his nuclear button was bigger than the dictator's. He also threatened to unleash fire and fury like the world has never seen in the event that Kim attacked the U.S. or its allies, and told the UN he would totally destroy North Korea if war broke out in the region. In return, Kim branded Trump a mentally deranged U.S. dotard and vowed to continue testing missiles before declaring the North's nuclear program complete. In the middle of the two warring leaders, Moon attempted to play peacemaker, often suggesting that America would need his permission before starting a war, a claim the U.S. flatly denied. North Korea has used the Olympics as an opportunity to stage a charm offensive, flying in a squad of cheerleaders and allowing its ice skaters to compete under a unified Korean flag with their counterparts from the South. All the while Kim has been keen to dangle the prize of Korean reunification in the air, suggesting that peace could be possible without American interference. However, analysts have warned that the North is unlikely to give up its nuclear weapons in return for peace on the peninsula, and is playing world leaders along. As a reminder of the kind of regime Kim runs, Pence attended the opening ceremony alongside a delegation of North Korean defectors. Each brought with them their own story of brutal repression under Kim's rule, and were joined by Fred Warmbier, the father of student Otto, who died after being sentenced to prison with hard labor for stealing a propaganda poster. Warmbier was on a trip to the North when he was caught on CCTV taking the poster for a dare, and was subsequently sentenced to 15 years in jail. However, he served just 17 months of that sentence before being handed back to U.S. authorities in a coma, dying just days later. While Pence's stunt did draw some media attention, it was largely overshadowed by Kim Yo-jong's attendance, which marked the first time a member of the Kim dynasty has come south since the Korean War. Ivanka was spotted leaving her house in Washington, D.C., and heading to the airport on Thursday, in a wrap coat featuring a navy and white dotted pattern. The first daughter was scheduled to fly commercially to Seoul for her dinner with the South Korean president before traveling to Pyeongchang. She wore her spring coat over a dress and topped off the look with a pair of navy blue suede heels featuring ankle straps. Although she opted for one of her standard ladylike outfits, Ivanka changed up her hair, which is usually blown out straight or in loose curls. For her trip to the airport, her locks were styled in voluminous waves that were a far cry from the more classic hairstyles she has worn in the past. Ivanka was first photographed leaving the front door of her home carrying a white handbag from her eponymous clothing line. After she realized her Secret Service SUV wasn't parked out front, she walked downstairs and headed back inside her home, using the gated door located under the front steps. While Ivanka making final preparations before her flight, a housekeeper was seen carrying a purple suitcase and a white garment bag to the Secret Service SUV that was parked outside of her home. When she returned outside using the gated door around 10:30 a.m., Ivanka flashed a bright smile and gave a wave to the photographers waiting outside for her.